If you started a record label LLC, then chances are you're going to want some business credit to fund some parts of the operation of the business. Question is, when are you going to actually use this credit? And then why do you need it in the first place? And for what plays? You get what I'm saying? Now, this is a financial learning curve for most, which is why many don't use it. But you shouldn't be afraid of using this credit because it's going to season you for bigger investment plays down the road. So, Music Money Makers, let's unpack this coming up right here on the Music Money Makeover Show. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Music Money Makeover Show. My name is Casey Graham. Let's hop right in. All right, so our first play is a merchandise play. And so long as you run your numbers and know your followers to email subscribers ratio, making a play by fronting a cost via a credit card is a great time to use business credit. It's kind of a safe play because it's a simple flip. Buy the merchandise, sell the merchandise. And so long as you really know your fan base and your follower base and subscriber base, you should be good, especially if the merch is dope. So this is real simple. This is something that you can use on a credit card flip, and I suggest that you do that. Now, touring plays, and I'm gonna have to read some sentences twice, so check it out. Touring is the same as what I just explained, but this comes into play when you know the amount of potential ticket buyers in the market. I recommend watching my video, how to sell out shows doing absolutely nothing. That is really where this phrase comes from. So let me say it again. Touring is the same, but this comes into play when you know the amount of potential ticket buyers in the market. Now, this step does take a bit of planning. However, you want to make sure the costs that you are fronting are solely based on the venue buyout and getting tickets sold. Do not spend money on gear and equipment for the show if you don't foresee selling tickets to cover the cost of the gear purchase. Please don't do that because that's going to put you in a position of where we're going next. And it's this: do not use credit for the album. The reason why you should never use credit for the album is because this is the last thing that will break even or recoup its cost. You will be stuck with a bill that you have to pay. This is what I did. You should not do this. It's the same as buying gear when you don't have the tickets to cover the cost of it. And it's also the same as the next step. Do not use credit for videos. If there is no direct source of income for the use of credit, do not finance it. Music videos fall into the same category as the album. Music videos are promotional materials, and as an independent, they should be financed with cash. As much as you can, if you can finance it with all cash, great. If you can do like 80%, you might be able to swing it. But please do not use credit on the music videos. Don't do that. Don't do it here. Don't use it for the album, and don't use it to buy gear when you don't have the tickets to cover the cost. All right. Now, your credit score is important, which is why you don't want to do this, and that last step over here with the gear. Because your credit score is important to you, and unless you can pay all that money back in 90 days or less, don't use the credit. Now, if you want to keep a revolving balance going, cool. But to keep funding flowing, we must be responsible with our business credit. Borrow it, pay it back. Borrow it, pay it back, because we want more money. We want a nice age on the LLC. We want a nice aged score, and we want a very mature score so we can get 100,000, 200,000, 300, 500,000. So we want to keep it healthy. What should I do? First, with the credit, use it to protect the money in your bank account and fund your monthly expenses. This gets the credit score going. I guarantee it. Give yourself 90 days and you'll begin to see the offers come in for bigger lines of credit. Now, in any situation, when do I use the credit? I'll reiterate, only use credit on a flip. Now, when should I get business credit for the label? When you've got some opportunities to make a flip, but also back here to protect the money in the bank account and fund your monthly expenses. All right. But usually you're getting credit because you know that I got stuff to buy and I can easily pay it back. Okay. Now, how much credit should I have on hand? Really good question. As much as you need to make your flips. However, it will take some time to build the business credit profile. So this isn't a race to accumulate a bunch of credit with no chance to use it to build, grow, and expand. Don't let YouTube blow your head up about how much money you can have on hand. The business of infrastructure comes first. It does. You got to build infrastructure. And it don't take a lot to do that for a record label. It really doesn't. It's not until you start the process of getting everything going that, oh, I might need some money to finance this play or that play. But as long as this is my simple how-to guide on how not to screw yourself with credit. If you can just handle that, and I might make a bigger guide than this one, but if you can just handle that, you will be fine. Okay? So if you are just getting started and you probably don't have all the business set up right, let me talk to you for a second. If you are an artist, a producer, a songwriter, or a new music executive who wants to build your record or publishing company in 60 days or less without searching the internet for all the how-tos on how to get this thing done, I built this just for you. It's called a 60-day record label course, and we will build that strong company foundation so you can get some credit cards and fund this operation. You know what I'm saying? And then you will learn how to play the game via contract so you don't look like a sucker out here ready to get got on the Ave. You get what I'm saying? And lastly, you'll be able to get all of your international and domestic record and publishing royalties without the middleman taking 15%. Something I didn't know when I was just getting started. So you can go ahead and jump in right down below. But if this is your first time watching the show, grab the free stuff below, 10 major steps to increase your record label's profits. A free split sheet is included with the download. However, if you respectfully use the credit, you will be able to build your business faster than always using cash, and you will also gain the momentum as an artist or label that you were looking for. You will. I mean, that's just what it is. But if you misuse the credit, like I did the first go around, you will put your label in the toilet so fast your head will spin, and you'll probably never be able to get out. I was able to get out, but it wasn't pretty. And it didn't feel good getting out of that toilet. So this is where you want to be. All right, Music Money Makers. So if you were struggling with the means of, when to get the business credit, what to do with it, or what not to use it on, you now have the means to really understand this a little bit more. And this puts you in a better starting position than many of the other people who are creating new record label companies out here. Music Money Makers, if you make music, you should always make money. Log on to musicmoneymakeover.com. Jump into the 60-day record label course right down below. Download the free stuff below. Book a call on musicmoneymakeover.com, and I'll see you next time. Peace.